Good morning. I got a little bit of work done over the last few days. Had a couple rain days, but this is starting to look to where I can almost ignore it for a while. There's still some things that definitely don't look right, but we got work to do. Or we got work to finish up from clearing that area out. The plan is getting very close to hardening, which means this guy here is really not designed to be outdoors, I don't think. It's sprung 2 leaks, one around a hatch, and those last 2 panels I installed, I didn't get the inside as well as I did the first 4. So one was my fault and one was just the trailer. Plus there's a lot of rain up here, and it makes a lot of noise on the roof. To make a long story short, in the midst of purchasing a RV cover carport, and it's gonna be pretty big. I think myself and my neighbors are probably going to install it, but my trailer's 35 feet, or almost 36, I think. And what is it? I don't know, 10 feet wide or whatever. But it's going to be 40 feet long and 30 feet wide and 13 feet high. Yes, the THs and the Fs are hard. I got a dental appointment on tomorrow morning to get a tooth fixed. So it's going to be flipping massive. I'm thinking this edge will run 40 feet, like follow that, like the wall will be, or the 2x4 metal posts will be kind of parallel with that roof of the woodshed. And it's going to be 40 feet long, which would be like, a couple feet in front of the trailer to a couple feet behind the trailer. The legs are going to be 13 feet high. This trailer's about 12 and a half feet high. So if that gives you an idea how tall the legs are. And the roof is going to be a 312 pitch. It's going to be, way up there. But I'm going to use the trailer. I'm going to take the solar panels, put them behind the trailer, run 50-foot cables to my control box area. And those will run off the ground for a while, which has an advantage when it snows. What else? Yeah, so the top of the trailer will be the movable superstructure to build the thing. But the frame pieces, are assembled on the ground. Then you just stand them up and you put them in the slots of the base panel, or the base piece. And then you just put a bunch of sheet metal on top. So it's going to be a real interesting project. I got to get the fireplace through it as well. And then the trailer, I can, start off with it running down the middle, putting the frame up. And then as we need to put the panels on the roof, we'll just kind of move the trailer right and left to do the roof, I think. So it's going to be a lot of work, but I think everything's doable. One of the first things I got to do is flatten the ground, and that's going to be my initial hardest thing. Right now I'm thinking I'm probably going to bring dirt in. I like the fact that it's high here, because water goes away from high. So I'm going to try to just bring some dirt in to fill this in to match that. I got to compact it really well. It's going to come all the way down to the corners about here. So I need to make 2 rails that are parallel with each other, 40 feet long, and perfectly flat. And that sounds easy, but I don't think it's going to be easy. Okay, and this I got cleaned up a little bit. I want it still separating the burn pile from the fireplace pile. Like that long one is probably burn pile. But I got to get this processed, so as this new project takes over, you can do it with a clear mind. I'm guessing once I start trying to level that side, I'll have to back the trailer up to get it out of the way for flattening. Apparently it's like 3 weeks that I can get the frame delivered. And just a little research I've done, it looks like if you just buy the panels yourself, you can save quite a bit of money. A lot of these carport people, they just engineer the frames and then they buy the sheet metal from a local contractor that's near you, and then they just mark that up. That's what it's looking like anyway. All right, enough chat. Almost had enough gas. I think I learned something again. This is the on-off switch for this. It defaults to the on position. And I think that's what's wrong with the last two generators that I had. They're getting fouled by gasoline, either plugging or gumming or something in gasoline. So the instructions on this one is, when you're done, just shut the fuel off and let it run out of fuel. You want the carburetors empty, and that's, we've known that for years. But you know, you don't usually use something a lot. But when you use it a lot, yeah, they gum up quick. Like my little generator's gummed up. And I just found that out because I ran propane to it and it runs perfectly. And I've already spent an hour trying to find the fuel filter, and it's ridiculous. It's hidden somewhere. So anyway, yeah, empty the carburetor whenever you stop one of these machines, these engines. But my shoulders are done. So I'll see you guys later.